This was my mom's son. Him and my father do not get along. Oof. It's extremely serious. He started sexually abusing me. Oh, okay.
This is your brother.
And this is my
Is he still
brother.
16 at this point? He's how old now?
He's older and I'm older.
Okay.
So I'm 7, 8, by fate, by God, by I don't know what. He's shot in a taxi altercation and he's killed on the spot. Shot 8 times. My mom was upset. That hurt me. I was hurt that my mom was hurt. Are you gonna pretend like I didn't tell you what I told you?
Yeah.
Are you gonna play the grieving mom? What is this? And my mom says, and it's just quiet, she says, you do forgive him, right?
I've been through the most, been through the most.
Hello there, Sanfam. Hola, wararapo, absheni, and welcome to yet another episode of I've Been Through the Most podcast right here on Centtwinz TV. Now, whether you're watching us on YouTube or listening to us on Spotify or Apple Podcasts, welcome. We sure hope you stay because it's amazing here. Make sure you hit a like and you also subscribe. And Ino's favorite thing to do is to leave a comment because she reads all of them.
Yeah, as much as they are, but I really, really enjoyed them. Your interaction is critical and very key to us. So make sure that you comment and you interact on this episode. And like Millie said, give it a huge thumbs up and do share it with somebody who needs it, because today is going to be another great episode. And of course, if you want to sit on the hot seat, please send us an email with the email address down below and follow us on our different social media platforms, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook. We are everywhere, and all the episodes are exclusively posted, the promos and pictures for you. Let's get into our story today. You know what I see? I just see international, global.
Come on, girl.
Like nothing local. It's like you're here to visit.
I am. You're right.
Literally.
Welcome.
Thank you, twins. Thank you for having me here in this moment.
Just
sharing
right?
it with you.
Yeah.
There's nowhere else I'd rather be right now.
Nowhere else you
I've
would
chosen
rather-
this place.
Thank you.
You've chosen this
Yes.
place, and we know there's other things going on in your life, but we'll get to that later. But for us, it's an honor for you to be here, especially like hours before your big day. So, Sis Lesego, tell us a little bit about yourself, your background, where you grew up, who you are, just so our audience can get a better understanding.
Oh, okay. As you said, I'm Lesego. Lesego Ukhanne. That's who I am. I later then, 15 years ago, became Lesego Rayi. I married into the Rayi family. I am one of 3 children, smack bang in the middle. I'm the middle child, and yes, I have middle child syndrome.
Oh, wow.
I can throw a papa tantrum at anything. I am the only girl also. So, yes, an older brother and a younger brother. Oba King, Lesego, and then Kagiso is the last born. I grew up in Johannesburg. My parents were both not from Johannesburg. My mom was from the Eastern Cape. She grew up in PE, so she was a Xhosa girl. She is a Xhosa girl.
Yes.
And
which means
my
you probably
dad.
speak Xhosa also.
I speak better Xhosa than most languages.
Okay.
I speak really good Xhosa, which worked very well because I then got married to a Xhosa guy. So it sort of worked.
It worked out.
But so that they don't talk about me there by my in-laws, and then I'm like, So it really, really worked out well. And I grew up in a Christian home. Both my parents, they are staunch Christians, and that's how we grew up. We grew up in the church. So much so that my grandfather, my mom's father, dad was one of the founders of the Assemblies of God ministries. Traveled around with traveled around with Mfundisi Upengu, and yeah, my mom would always tell us of how hectic it was and how they had to move from place to place. They weren't stable because of initiating and introducing the gospel and the church. So that's what I come from. That's what I come from. Now I'm a mom. My most important role, the highlight. I'm a mom to two beautiful girls.
Girl mom.
I'm a girl mom through and through. Really? Pink everything. The girls have to calm me down. I'm such a girl mom. Emihle is 13 and Iminati is 8. And yeah, great individuals. I see so much of myself in both of them.
Right.
I see so much of myself in both of them, and it's beautiful to witness. I'm blessed.
It's a blessing.
I really am blessed.
Highly blessed
to be a mom, and it's an office I take very seriously. I'm also a wife, like I mentioned earlier. I'm married. I've been married for 15 years. And I am a lawyer. I'm a trained lawyer. I'm an advocate by training. So that's my vocation. That's what I've done for 19 years.
Sure.
I can't believe I'm that old.
19 years.
Yeah, I've been working for 19 years.
That's a long time.
Sure, yeah. Half of that I was an attorney, and then I converted, went and did pupillage, and then I qualified as an advocate. And I've just done a lot of corporate work, did not stay in practice, even when given the opportunity to. Just felt like it's not my thing. And I'm also an ordained steward. I'm an ordained steward who is a leader in church. Also something that, an office that I take very seriously. Yes, I am a steward at Upper Room Ministries in Midrand under the leadership of Pastor Stem Chali. Yes, so yeah, that is Lesego.
I think that's the most detailed intro we've had on the show, right?
That was so detailed. No, but I'm glad because it gives us a better perspective, of who you are, and I see why you all put together. Oh my goodness.
Makes sense, right?
It makes sense.
What makes sense?
No, it makes sense. Like,
everything you've said.
Like the way you talk, the amount of years you've worked, and then you being an author right now, I'm just like, oh my goodness, you are busy, and then you're a mom, and then you're a wife. That's a lot.
Wearing many hats.
And then she says, and I take that very seriously. So at this point, I'm like, you take all these things very seriously.
And I make sure I announce when I do something. I take you very serious.
Yeah, she actually did. She's like, no, this is very important. I take this very seriously.
I do.
It's assuring for us. We're not complaining.
Yeah.
But truly, I think if you want to do anything in life, it has to be important things. You have to prioritize the things that either will make you better or open doors or somehow have a positive impact in what you're doing. It's part of holistically building a personal brand, I think. But let's get into the depth of the conversation. Of course, this is I've been through the most, and nobody sits on the hot seat until and when they have a story. So can you get into your story?
Sure. I think I've had an eventful life. I always say everything comes with equal intensity in my life. If it's joy and happiness, listen, it comes in a bus full, right? If it's something that is painful and it's sorrow, that also comes
intensity.
in.
Sure.
I'm that type of person that everyone is praying. We need to pray for this person. She's going through a lot. And that's just how it is. I write about it in my book, that life is duality. The light must dance with the darkness for there to be day and night. there then wouldn't be life if this duality didn't exist, because in my life it's made so obvious. It really is a high theme in my life. As I mentioned earlier, that I grew up in a Christian family. Immediately when you say that, a lot of people are like, oh, and the way that it looked, not even from assumption, the way that it looked. I came from a family that had a mom and a dad. I was born when they were married. So, you know what? It looks like
The perfect family.
you've won some lottery.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know which one it is, the gene pool lottery.
Yeah.
I'm not too sure. And honestly, that was the picture of two civil servants that have a family, and they praising the Lord. When I was younger, like much, much younger, there was a child that was introduced into our family. So with this church-going family, this girl, waddy pigtails, I was like the only girl. So, my mom went all out.
She enjoyed.
She really, really enjoyed it. She really did. So yeah, I was coordinated. I was this, I was that, and also the apple of my dad's eye. So just best of both worlds. Honestly, a child is introduced into our family. It's not clear in the beginning what he is.
Okay.
But then we hear he is. Excuse me, I don't know why I have a runny nose all of a sudden.
It's the cold.
It's the cold. He's introduced into the family. Okay, he's a brother. Okay, we have a brother that we don't know about. Yes, we have a brother. Maybe everybody knew, and when everybody was knowing, I was too young. And then, when I came to, then, he's from the Eastern Cape. He's coming to live with us. Okay, I look at this guy. I'm like, okay, I've seen this guy at my grandmother's house. But never thought he was a brother. And it was very, very rocky relationship that he had with both my parents. He was actually my mom's son. That she had before she got married.
Okay, yeah.
And then because of her also being in church and being the daughter of the pastor and whatever, one of the ladies in the church then took this boy and said they'll raise them. And my mother could then go on to schooling, to working, and the like, allowed my mother to train as a teacher. She was a teacher for many, many years.
Yeah.
So this was my mom's son. Okay. It is very, very rocky. Him and my father do not get along. It's extremely serious. There's
How old
incidents.
was he?
Then when he came into to blend in sort of with the family, he was about 16, 17.
Okay.
Because
So
he was older, that's why.
So
Yeah.
he's already, found patterns of life, and now you need to try and fit in with the family. So he already came with his own attitude towards certain things, and
He's raised differently.
Yes,
obviously,
he's raised differently, and in hindsight, nobody knows him. Nobody knew
so
him.
it's like a stranger.
He grew up in Standerton. My mom is in my grandmother is in King Williamstown, and my grandfather, who then passes away. Nobody really knows him. Reference check things. Nobody really knows him. And he is just. He's as wild as they come. There's an incident. My dad was a policeman. He stole my dad's gun and went off to school with it.
Whoa.
He like, I'm giving you this one example.
Yeah.
It's extreme, right? My father's also just failing to be able to rein him in and build a relationship. and bring him closer as his son,
yeah.
you know. So it's just that Rocky. He's in trouble all the time. Like, there's just this chaos, you know, it's brewing. My dad's trying to discipline him, and we see it as military style discipline also. So it's very abrasive, you know. He's been told to wake up in the morning and go and wash, you know, those big police trucks where, you know, I'm a lawyer, so when people are going to court, they go in that big that one. You know, my dad would bring that home from work, and then you must wake up in the morning, like the wee hours of cold morning like today, and go wash that thing. You know, we're also seeing this military style discipline when it comes to him. It's just rocking the home like there's no tomorrow. Okay, so there's a 10-year difference between myself and this brother, right? He's exactly 10 years older than me. And he joins the family. He's that older brother. You know, he seems to be okay with us as the children, you know, loving and whatever else, while him and the parents are just at serious loggerheads. We try, you know, let's just be civil, let's be nice and whatever. I think it takes a bit of a toll on us too. But you know, children are resistant. You're children, and you take it as it comes. We had a helper at home. Her name was Gogo. So Gogo is there looking after us when our parents are at work and whatever else. He's there for about the rockiest, I think 3 to 4 years, you know, where it's just difficult. Gogo will then now feel a bit free because there's this older brother also. So she'll knock off early on a Friday, and, you know, because he's there, and, you know, And this older brother just saw the opportunity and utilized it. He started sexually abusing me. Okay.
This is your brother.
And this is my
Is he still
brother.
16 at this point? He's how old now?
He's older, and I'm older.
Okay.
So I'm 7, 8. He's been here for a while. It's been rocky. It's been a lot. Right? Okay, he's now utilizing this opportunity of Gogo knocking off earlier. It becomes, you know, this Friday thing when Gogo's knocking off, and you know, it's phrased as very loving. You know, loving. You know, it's because I care about you, and don't tell your mom, and definitely don't tell your dad, because you know they don't like me. You know, if they find out that I'm loving you this way, then they're gonna be upset, and I'm impressionable. I'm also feeling like I'm the glue, right? If I comply and I'm okay, and I'm silent, and I just sacrifice this little thing,
This family's gonna look like it's put together.
This family is gonna look like it really is. We're happy, we're together, we have a small glitch, but I'm the one that's able to cover this glitch, right? It goes on and on. It becomes a bit more frequent. The more we are trusted.
It's not Fridays anymore.
It's not just Fridays when Gogo is knocking off anymore, early anymore, or, you know, she's not available, or she's, you know, gone to clinic. She was also aging. Gogo is now going to clinic to fetch medication and checkups. So we really are at the mercy of this guy, you know. And I think my parents are also seeing that he's gelling in. It's getting better. He's getting closer. He's volunteering to look after us when my parents are away. You know, he's just becoming a better guy. You know, he's becoming he's very useful and responsible. You know, it's getting better. Unbeknown how it's getting better. And this goes on for a while. A few years. And finally, I think it's just the bow breaks, you know. He does something that totally irks my father out. I think he's arrested at that instance. There were many attempts and things that did sort of almost get him arrested, but my father would always, because he was a policeman,
Save him.
Save him.
So these are
call
like,
a-
you know,
go to a
young
friend,
boys,
you
things
know,
that he used to do
used
that got
to
him
do
into trouble.
that would get him into
Okay.
trouble. And one of the things I can remember that got him into trouble and was such a red flag, he had walked a high school going kid, girl home, and as he was walking them home, he tried to kidnap this girl, and he tried to, there's something that he tried in some bush somewhere, and you know, it was seen as something that just a young boy does, and they got him out of that mess. Thinking about it now and why this one incident, there were many, but this one incident sort of sticks out in my mind. It was the greatest red flag.
Yeah.
It was.
I mean, that is a red flag.
It was a red flag,
Yeah.
and somebody should have asked the questions: why, how, who, you know, why this behavior?
Yeah.
Which young boy
Does
does
this,
this? And and I think he spat on her or something when she resisted. So it was an attempted rape, if you carefully consider the facts.
Because what
you know,
aggravated him to a point where you would spit on someone? Like,
You know,
what
yeah.
did you say to her that she responded, and her
Yes.
response made you react the way that you
that
reacted?
you did, right? And I think when he was just trying to be rough with her and whatever, she was able to get away. And the police were called in, whatever, and he got out of that situation. So, you know, this sort of dissipated into our house was sold where we stayed. And we moved to the burbs, you know. We moved to the suburbs, and I was a little bit older, and I was also just resisting now, you know. I was not that compliant little girl anymore.
Because you're growing too.
I'm growing too. I don't like this, you know. I've been pretending that, I'll just play along, but now I also have a voice. I don't like this, you know. And it's just also causing a bit of friction between the two of us. I think things are like extremely heightened. They're very, very serious between him and my parents. I think the one thing that I was able to successfully do was to never have friends over, never expose any of my friends or anybody else to him, you know. As young as I was, I knew that this would just break someone else. I can do it and I can stand for it because
But
I'm
I don't
me.
want anybody
I
else.
don't want anybody else to go through what I'm going through, to experience what I've experienced. But it did happen that we had a cousin that came and stayed with us. In my mind, he really was safe because he was a he. So in my mind, he really was safe from all of this. It's us little girls, right, that are in trouble, but this guy is really, really safe. We moved to our new home. We're in the burbs, you know, it's suburban living. It's awkward even then, right? He doesn't seem to have a place in the family. The room that's supposed to be the TV room is his bedroom. My younger brother and older brother that comes after him. So first, my dad's firstborn, they're sharing a room. I have my own room. There's my parents' room, and then there's him. You know. Just sticking out. There was a back room that he could utilize as the oldest child, but he was so naughty that I think he stayed in that back room for like 2 months, and then stuff started brewing, you know, friends things just started
was a
brewing, you know.
troublemaker.
So yeah, he really was. He was a very troubled person, and he troubled those around him. Yeah,
unfortunately.
you know, when reference checks were finally done about his upbringing and the like, you know, this lady who raised him then said he was just like this. He just had this behavior that nobody could understand. He would go to some river, and when I say river, I don't mean smooth flowing
Fancy,
river to
no.
find peace. It was some swamp-like looking thing, and he would hang out there, and you know, so something was not okay. I've wrecked my mind, I think, for many years, just trying to understand what could have led him to it. I always, I was saddled with the responsibility of trying to justify that, you know, what created the monster? Was he abused? Was he born genetically not okay? Was it a genetic exposition that he had? Was he, you know, where's his dad?
Does he feel rejected?
You know,
like,
was
there's
it
something, there's
rejection?
something,
What was it? You know, I think I just later on was like, that was him. That's what he decided to do, whether he was sick or not. Born, you know, yeah, but for a long time, that thing really caught me to say, what was the reason? Why? Why did he do this? Why did he do, you know? He was then kicked out of the house eventually. He was eventually just kicked out of the house as somebody that, you know, we can't stay with. And when he was kicked out of the house, I think found an opportunity, you know, to say, and to then, you know, I was like, I must push, I must do something. There were times when he was kicked out, but he'd come back, kicked out and then come back, you know. So I need to make this permanent, you know. I really need to make this permanent, that it doesn't come back. So I tell my mom, you know, that, you know what, Mama, this and this, you know, has been. So I find just a way of saying it nicely, you know.
because it is his son.
It's
her son,
It's her son.
It's her son,
and for the longest time, she's also been playing this Judge Judy role between hubby and this out of
can
control
imagine.
boy. And there are
Ish.
times when my dad is unreasonable and mean, where she has to stand up for him. She's been in this
it's a tough position.
very, very tough
These
position.
are both your children.
Yeah, these are both your children.
Yeah.
These are both your children. And I remember my mom's first words was, abantwana bami abavundle esiswini sami boyi-2.
Sure.
And just loosely translated, like, my children, you know, you both were in my womb at one stage. How does this happen? And, you know, she wants specifics, but she doesn't want specifics. When did this happen? So I start, you know, I'm like, it started when Gogo was leaving, and Gogo has passed away now. Gogo has passed away. We've buried Gogo. This person has also been kicked out of the house. And I know that Gogo, it was very fresh that Gogo had also passed away. My mom is just, she's not okay.
I can imagine.
So I just try pull instances to say, on this day, you know, when you were gone to church and this was happening, it happened. On this day, you know, there are many, but, you know, just trying to make my story also believable, you know, because she wants it, she doesn't want it. Okay, my mom is still just trying to figure out what to do, and how to tell my dad.
Hey, she's processing,
you know,
now.
because that's another thing that she also said was,
Tell your dad.
your dad, you know. Okay, she says, let's just lie low for a little bit and then let me figure myself out. I'm sympathetic, as well. I understand, she's in this position. What do we now do? We I can see my mom is uyagoa. I can see my mom uyagoa. This is very, very difficult, and she's a Christian woman. She's teaching other women at church, how to parent properly, how to look after your girl child, how to look after your marriage, how to be a good makoti. She's a grown woman in the church. The amakotis that she's teaching, it's tough. It's tough. We sit with this for a bit, but relief, this guy is not here, and it feels like this is the end of my troubles. Sure. He was involved with the taxi industry, had friends there. I think it was something that he was trying to pursue. I'm not too sure how, but you'd find him at the taxi rank, at our old house. If you walked to the mall, Westgate Mall, you could walk to Westgate Mall, and you'd find him at the rank because you went through the taxi rank where it used to be to go into the mall. So when we walked,
you'd sometimes see
him there, and then he would just, always just, do you miss me or whatever? Say, yeah, I do. Yeah, they've kicked me out, but I'm gonna come back. I'm like, okay. Not meaning it at all. Like, stay where you are.
Yes, please.
And while also I'm older now. I'm in these grades late in high school now, finishing off to go to grades in primary school, finishing off to go into high school. So I'm a bigger girl, and I've also started a period. So I'm aware of this, and I'm like, they told me at school that if you have this with a boy, there's a possibility that you're going to be pregnant, you're going to have a baby. So I'm also now like, if this guy makes a comeback, I need to be strict,
because clearly he wants to come back.
He's asking me if I'm missing him. So I'm also like, I need to be, by fate, by God, by I don't know what, he's shot in a taxi altercation, and he's killed on the spot. Shot 8 times. 8 times.
What?
In a taxi violence situation, and he's dead.
Whoa.
Okay.
And he's in high school?
No, he's
much
grown.
older.
Sorry, yes, you were in high school, yes.
Yes.
So he's, because you said 10 years
He's
older.
10 years older than
yes.
me. So he's in his early 20s.
He's still young.
He's still very, very young. He's still very, very young. Passes away, he's killed. Boom. Okay. What do we do?
How do you guys hear the news, though?
We hear the news. My dad's sister stays in Dobsonville. Okay. We are in Roodepoort, close to Westgate Mall. My dad's older sister, Rakhadi, stays in Dobsonville. So she is called very quickly. I think she was in the vicinity, not very far. Because somebody recognizes him and she gets there, blood everywhere. Ooh. It's messy. It's this, it's a thing. She then sees the mortuary, take him away and whatever else that needs to be done, and then comes then to relay the message to my parents to say, what, this guy has been killed. This is what happened.
How did your mom take it?
My mom was upset. She was very, very, very upset. Like any mother who hears that their child had been shot.
Like, I think at that moment, doesn't even matter what your child
Like,
did. This is your child. It's
Nothing else.
Nothing.
You hear your child's been shot 8 times on the corner of some street and is left there for dead and then is dead. You are a mom. This is how you take it in, right? And you know, that hurt me. I was hurt that my mom was hurt.
Yes, because
right?
you're like, why you hurt?
Like,
You're so you're
like,
so relieved at this
whose-
point. My mom is hurt. You're like,
whose
minus
side
one.
are you on? You know, like, you know, are you gonna pretend like I didn't tell you what I told you?
Yeah,
Are you
shame.
gonna play the grieving mom? What is this,
You're
right?
confused.
But I haven't also categorized my feelings. But I'm offended that my mom is upset, you know? You know, I'm like, I'm like, who do you think is gonna comfort you? Like, I'm looking,
I'm not crying
the
with you.
other direction. I'm like, and I'm the only girl, you know,
shame.
and I think the expectation is I'll get up and comfort her, we'll cry together.
Or cry together for that matter.
Yo, I'm not there, you know. I'm like, and you know, people start arriving, you know. It's now we're bereaved, you know. There's a funeral that needs to
so
be arranged.
everything happens at your house
Everything
now.
happens at my
Literally.
house, really, you know, because he probably was living on someone's couch somewhere at a back room, also a friend or whatever. We don't know. So everything is happening at my house, you know. We are bereaved, people are comforting us and whatever else. The church is really there, you know, really there comforting us, trying to see us through our grief. And I distinctly remember that the day of the funeral, I'm in the bathroom and I think I'm fixing something, I'm doing something, and we're already dressed and it's just my mom and I. And my mom says, and it's just quiet, she says, "You do forgive him, right?" And I'm just, you know, I'm like, okay, how do I then say,
Respond,
you know, what do I say? I'm like, if I say no, she's gonna spiral into that crying and being upset again, you know. She doesn't need it. So I'm like, yes, I do. And she's like, oh, okay, that's a relief. And then she walks out of the bathroom.
She's a mom.
We walk out and, you know, we're a united family and we are all grieving. The taxi association came to the party, nicely shamed, you know, buried him.
Wow.
Yeah, you live by the gun, you die by the gun.
Sure.
Gunshots.
Hey.
It was
The whole shebang.
Like, it was like, you're
Send off.
like Ginza style.
Yeah,
It was,
sure.
and monetarily also. They
Especially
made a
after 8 bullets, can you
contribution.
imagine? They were
Like,
just shooting.
It was, and like the strangest thing was to know my parents and to be at that funeral was so weird that what?
That's so weird,
Like-
because the mom, you know, like such a church person, then the dad is a police officer,
and
then
also a church guy.
Yeah,
church
also-
guy.
But it's just like
And the next thing,
contrast.
here's the taxi association, like you
Like,
know,
the
Hola
Grey
7
Side
style.
guns for days. Okay. So that passes. It's you know, sort of trying to find a way of repairing the family, repairing the damage. I am unaware of how my father got to find out. I don't know. To this day, I don't know. I asked him quite a few times, and it's just something he did not want to
talk about.
to talk about. If I brought it up, he'd just say he was sorry.
And that was it.
And he just say that I'm going to live the rest of my life just trying to show you how sorry I am. That's basically all he ever said about
he's supposed to be
it.
a protector. Well,
Right?
he is a protector, so I can imagine what he feels. He feels like
His baby girl.
His baby girl. He's the strong policeman that everybody's afraid of.
Sure.
And in his own house,
Ooh.
his own child is violated.
Under his roof.
Under his own roof by someone that he's allowed.
So he probably found
to
out
come and
after the
live,
funeral
you know?
then. Probably.
He found out way after the funeral.
Because
That
if
I
it
can-
was before.
Yes.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, hell was gonna break loose.
No. Oh, no. He could have done the 8 bullets himself.
Yeah, I was
right?
about to say.
Yeah, he could have done the 8 bullets himself. My dad is then diagnosed with renal failure also. Shortly after that, when your kidneys don't work,
fail,
so
yeah.
he's chronically ill. He takes an early pension, and his kidneys fail. My father lived with this condition until 2023. So he had renal failure for 27 years. And he passed away of renal cell cancer in 2023.
That's so recent.
It is. It's quite recent.
That's like,
yeah.
sure.
Feels like yesterday. And passed away on the 10th of April 2023. And I'm just trying to highlight that for that long time, it was something that we were very close, but it was something that we could not talk about. It's something that I could see that if I pursue this conversation, I'm going to kill my own father. Kidney failure is not going to kill him.
No,
I'm going to do it. I think living under it and growing up under it makes you different. You're cut from a different cloth. You see things the way people don't see them. Didn't date for the longest of time.
The trauma.
The trauma. When I eventually had kids, and I remember with Emihle, I had a proper meltdown. That post-birth depression, it was so hectic because I thought of this baby girl and I thought, am I going to make this child go through what I've gone through? What have I done? How can I create other people, after such trauma,
Imagine how
what's
after
wrong
all
with
these
me?
years, it comes back.
All these years.
It comes back.
All those years. When somebody does something to a child,
Oh, yeah.
it's
scar.
imprinted
Oh,
there.
yeah.
It does not go away
No.
to this day.
You just learn to live with it, but it's just always
it's
there.
just there. It's just there. We were laughing about it with a friend the other day to say, tall, dark, and handsome is not my cup of coffee. I don't like dark guys. Don't be dark.
No way,
because the person who sexually abused me was dark, very dark. So
that's a trigger
like,
for you.
Nyamane, get away from me. Like,
No way.
don't. I will swear at you. For no reason, because you don't know. So
Not when society's like tall, dark, and handsome.
for what? Please. There's danger there, but it's all dark and handsome, So it just extends that to say that's where the danger is. So even many years after that, and it's something that we've lived with. In my mom and I can no longer talk about it, but when we could. She would also be on this is a permanent scar for me. This is a permanent thing. She always said, I never could understand why. Why did he do that? Why did he do that? And she always felt like she had this term. I don't remember what she called it. She said there's people who help pedophiles, right? So they'll go get the children and she says, I always feel like that person who assisted this person to do what he did. And, you know, of everyone, there are other victims that have come to the fore that we know of everyone that he's sexually or that he violated in one way or another. I think I'm the one that sort of lived past it, you know, was able to create a life for myself. Everybody else was just extremely trapped.
Broken,
And broken. One just becoming an extreme drug addict. You know, one
So the ripple
just
effect of
dying.
events that
You know,
seem like nothing have an ongoing effect in
an
people's
ongoing
lives.
effect
Even when you
in
died
people's lives.
already,
After
imagine.
you've died.
Imagine.
I actually think it amplified the problem, him dying. There's a point in time when I thought, this guy should be alive to answer these questions. Him dying seemed like
An
escape.
get free, get out of jail card. Seeing a tombstone saying rest in peace. Well, good for you. And what about us? You know, where's our peace? You know, wonderful for you. You know,
where's our healing?
Where's our healing? Where's our peace? But God being God, at that time, I know now that he was placing such a powerful ministry within me.
Tell us about your book before we close. Ooh,
I
'cause you
have
had to put pen
written
on paper.
a book. I've written a book.
Congratulations.
Thank you very, very much. My book is called She, the different phases of womanhood. And this book is for everyone. I get asked, is this a book for girls? It's pink, but this book is,
And it says she.
it's more white than it is pink. Okay,
Yes,
if you
there's a
cover
lot of-
the S, you get he. So
Love it.
it's a book, and in this book, I know you say I had to put it on paper. There's nothing. Don't buy the book if you want to read about these gory details. The book just outlines, I call it reflective text.
Okay,
right?
good. Nice.
It is a reflective text. It's a book that you sit with and just be with yourself. It's a book that teaches you to go within. It's a book that tells you about what you learn in your vulnerabilities, what you learn in your strength, what you learn through healing yourself, what you learn with
Through
being with people.
discovering yourself as well.
Discovering
'Cause it's
yourself.
phases of yourself,
It
so
is
they are different.
The different phases that we've had to go through, and that we're evolving. We're still going through them. Some lessons are repeating themselves. You know, like you didn't learn me okay the first time. I'm back, and you're going through it again. How do I do it differently? How maybe there's nothing to do differently. It's just back. You know. And this is what the book is about, just something that's gonna empower us. Myself too, I read something on forgiveness. I'm like, you know, I'm so moved. I'm so moved.
So how do I move someone else?
So how do I, you know, for all of us to just go into the book and to take it all in.
Where's the book available?
The
Where can
book
people get the
is
book?
available at www.shexperience.co.za. That is where you click you on tools and you buy the book. Right now it's on the landing page, so very simply. Yes, I run a consultancy, mentorship and leadership coaching program that's called the She Experience, and also houses our She Nest program. The She Nest program is the mother and daughter relationship. So I've gone into training internationally to learn the different mechanisms of handling the mother and daughter relationship, how we should, you know, I have a belief that if we can heal the mother and daughter relationship, there's so many ills in society that are just going to go away.
So now this mentorship program, so you like, do you have events for mother and daughter, or do you have workshops or seminars? Like, what do you do, and where are you based?
Okay. I'm based both in South Africa and in LA.
We'll come to LA. We'll come to LA.
Yes, I'm based in the
Amazing.
US. That's where we currently stay with my kids and my husband.
Wow.
That's where we
So
are.
you are a visitor in South Africa.
I know, don't put it like that. No.
Girl is working with dollars. Okay, she don't feel no rand inflation, nothing.
But my business is established and based in South Africa.
Okay.
This is my market. You know, there'll be that work that is in LA. There'll be that, but mostly it's the training, it's schooling, and just being a mom. Just being a
So you're
mom.
even juggling
you know?
2 countries.
Yes.
Like, we're talking about how many hats you wear, and then you still based in 2 countries. Girl, superwoman. I love it.
Wow.
I always say, if you want me wherever, factor in 24 hours of travel and 24 hours of jet lag.
Literally.
So
literally,
then
yeah.
you have me, right?
You're on
Wherever.
the other side.
Yeah, you are on the other side. But yeah, it's exciting. Tomorrow is the book launch, so the entire family is in South Africa at the moment. All of us are
that's
here.
huge.
Hubby arrived yesterday. The girls and I, they've been on summer break since June 13.
See
So
how she calls it summer break?
yes,
Not school holiday. It's not a school holiday.
it's not a school holiday anymore.
Summer break.
The girls
Summer
are on
break.
summer break, so we are here. Yeah, we gave up that hot for a little bit
For
of
this
cold.
winter.
Yeah, just so mommy can launch. And you know, as much as it's been a schlep taking the kids and bringing them to South Africa and expensive, we could have saved and kept them there. And
I was
mommy
about to say,
just
whew,
come for the book launch, but. I say that they watched me fall apart, and I want them to
See you
watch me
rise.
come together and rise to have a completely different picture. I tell the testimony, I tell it at church. If you know me, I think people who know me are very tired of this testimony. That I had purchased a chemical to poison myself and my kids because I was just going through such a rough patch. And they now know the story. And they say, Mommy, we don't trust your smoothies because you told people at church you are going to poison us via smoothie. So I'm like, I was testifying. They're like, no, we've got trust issues. We don't drink your smoothies anymore. So they've gone through all of that and just watched as mommy just became a shadow of
It's
herself.
the phases.
Now we are in this
everything.
phase, and I just wanted them to be here to just witness it, to be here for it, that we can be here and we can be here. You know, it's okay. It's okay.
It's okay.
It's allowed. It's allowed. So I look forward to the book launch and just taking it in. Just
taking in the moment.
Yes.
Girl, you're so blessed
Yes.
you get to host.
I mean,
tomorrow.
I was just like, am I
What an
worthy,
honor,
Lord?
girl.
I mean, this is huge. Excuse me.
You are more than worthy, my queen.
No,
You are
I mean, this
handpicked
is-
and selected.
Woo, thank you, Lord Jesus. Thank you, Lord Jesus.
No, congratulations on that and all the best for
Thank
the book
you.
launch. We
Yeah.
appreciate
Thank
you
you.
being here, sharing your story, being vulnerable. And I think now when I look at the book and I see the title She, it's so much richer to me because now I understand your
Yes.
story and where you come from, and that there's obviously going to be so much depth. I mean, from a woman with like so much, you know, there's honestly like so much to look forward to in reading the book, and to hear what she has for us.
Oh,
you know?
wow. Like she, Lesego, and she, the book.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
it's all one person.
Yes.
All one person, the mom, the wife, the
It
businesswoman.
is.
The,
It
Ooh,
is. It's true.
International, honey.
It's true.
Listen, thank you once again. Thank you,
Thank
Fam,
you.
for watching.
Yeah.
We hope that this episode was indeed worth your time. And please make sure that you get the book. It's a good one. I highly
Put the
recommend
link
it.
in the description.
Yeah, I really want to read it. You know,
Yeah.
it really, I listen to people's stories and then, but this time I'm like, I need to read it. I'm going to
always
put my
different,
eyes.
eh?
It's always different after
Yeah.
you hear someone's story. And I can almost guarantee you it's going to be worth a read. So check out the website and get your book today. And let us
Yeah.
know what the experience was for you while you are reading the book. Our email address is also down below.
Yes, we've come to the end for myself, Millicent.
And myself, Innocent, and our lovely guest, Miss LESEGOI, and our incredible team behind the scenes who make it all happen. It is
Bye for now. We're going to LA. See you next time. Bye.
I've been through the most, been through the most.